I didn't think we were going to make it. I really wasn't sure what to do, but I kept pressing on. And here we are. In today's podcast, we are going to do an evaluation of this journey thus far. So grab your smoothie or cup of tea and join the conversation. Let's go. Hey, just kidding. I did know that we were going to make it. I did know that we would be in this place. Let me explain. So, 6 years ago, 6 years now and a half, 6.5 years, I made a decision to start conversations with Haikini. And I didn't wait until I had the perfect setup. And to this day, it's not like I really have the most perfect setup. However, I know that I wanted to share with specifically women, be an encouragement. And I said, if it's just one person that listens, then I feel that I've done my job. And it started with a person that was all the way across the world, and then the numbers just kept adding up. Haven't checked in a few weeks, maybe almost a month, of how many, but it's now close to 140 different countries slash territories that tune into this podcast. And I appreciate people going all the way back to the beginning because, with anything, you start something, it can be interesting, when you listen to the old podcast versus the newer ones. And then some of the newer ones you're just like, eh. But I knew that I wanted to keep going. I didn't realize that I would switch the names. I switched from Conversations with Haikini to How to Be Fit Over 40 to now it's Time for Wellness. That's the actual business name anyway. So it's Time for Wellness. And didn't even think I would be into AI. Got started getting into AI, which I was like, no, so against it. And there may be people that still don't, that listen to this podcast that don't want to partake in all that. But think about it. We live in this interesting world where there's always something. A lot of times you start something you don't realize until it's too late. There's always something to complain about. There's always something to gripe about, to be upset about. This is just what it is. Our goal here is to learn to love, learn to serve in whatever capacity that looks like to you. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey, 6.5 years. And I keep saying, I don't know what I did with my maraca. I have stashed it somewhere. I used to bring that out occasionally. So I'm not sure what I did with my maraca. But I have a little prop. I have used this on my stove. I'll tell you. So see a mirror. There's a mirror. So I have all these episodes. I think it started at 100 and something plus. So like I think the first 100 and plus are not on YouTube because I had a totally different YouTube channel and I accidentally deleted it. I don't know what mind frame, midlife unscramble. I had to it was scrambled. The brain was scrambled and end up deleting that channel. Lost a lot of different things. And as I talk, I forgot I was eating some pecans before I hit record. So for those who are just tuning in, I started doing this year, 2026, started also doing a video of this audio podcast. So you can also watch the video on Time for Wellness TV. So it's uploaded there. So my podcast episodes, 100 plus, whatever, you can actually tune in and listen at the audio all the way up through year 5. And then I started doing a video as well. And the video usually posts maybe from a week to, or days to a week or two after the actual audio post, because my audio is automatic from Buzzsprout to YouTube. I do an automatic feed, so it automatically podcasts, um, post, whatever. So you can actually tune in, and now you can see the video of me as well. So this will be coming soon, the actual video. You can see just my face. And so, super excited that I'm still here podcasting. It's a little different from a lot of different podcasts. It's not a lot of, I don't think there's a lot of solo podcasters still out there. I may be mistaken. If you know of some and you love, let me know. You can leave me a comment on my YouTube channel. So I would really like to tune in and see what people talk about. And so one day I will be doing interviews again. It's been years since I actually did interviews. And so one day I will be doing those again as well. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow for all the updates. And this mirror I have, if you can see the video, I have a second YouTube channel that I started about 9 weeks ago. 9 weeks ago. And I like it. I started it as a playlist on my podcasting platform, my podcasting YouTube channel. And then I decided, I want that to be totally different, totally separate. And so it's been going well. Lots of midlife reflections. It's called the Midlife Time Traveler. So if you are interested and you want to hear what I shared regarding the mirror, then you need to tune in to that. And I'll make sure I leave a link in the actual Buzzsprout show notes. The Buzzsprout show notes goes to 13 plus platforms. So whether it's Apple, iHeartRadio, whether it's Spotify, if you scroll down, once you see the podcast, once you're subscribed, subscribe, make sure you're subscribed to the actual podcast on these platforms. And then you'll scroll down and see the show notes. And that's where I have all of like any type of like mentions or updates within the podcast notes. So let me clear this crumb that's just lingering. So this episode is a little different. I'm going to do a story time. Now, if you follow me on any platforms, which right now, the ones that I'm very active is I'm once a month, I post my podcast episode. And I am consistently every day posting on my other YouTube channel, The Midlife Time Traveler. Every day there is something you'll see, a short or a longer form video or a actual post on there. And so those are the two main channels that I am actively on. Now, if you are connected to me more personally, I am on Facebook. And usually the people that I connect with on Facebook are those that I actually have conversations with regularly, for the most part, most of them. So, story time. I was cleaning out my Google Drive. I was trying to add more because I'm now up to over 1 terabyte of information. And so I found this, I wrote this back in 2019. And this was before everything broke loose, just months before. So I'm going to read this. So if you haven't already, grab your smoothie or a cup of tea and just listen a little bit. Do you remember growing up watching Disney movies? The story was so captivating. It begins by giving you a backstory, which goes a little something like this. Once upon a time, you are introduced to all the characters. The music starts, and instantly you are so intrigued by the good guys. High-pitched, high-energy melodies that just flow and bring your vibrations up higher and higher. Then suddenly the music changes and the narrator's voice changes. The lights get a little dim and you know something new is about to happen. In comes the villain. Your mood turns from happy and excited to more anxious and jumpy. You are now on the edge of your seat. You may even start to frown as the narrator tells you about the evil character. In an instant, just by listening to the music and watching the scene changes, the story has changed and your story has changed. This is your life. Things may have seemed perfect for you until something changed in your life. You now look in the mirror and don't like the woman that you have become. I get it. There are so many events that happen that you are not able to control. Sometimes it's just hard to bounce back from the horrible situation. However, what you choose to do next with the cards that you have been given makes all the difference. Are you still allowing that situation, that event, that thing to lower your vibration, to put you in a bad mood, to make you feel that you are not good enough? What is your internal narrative? What are you telling yourself every day? You are still standing. You are an overcomer. Yes. On someday, the outside, or one day, some days, the outside may look a little gloomy, but it's all in how you react to what's right in front of you. You can choose to shrink back, or you can choose to allow your story to be a platform to transform your life and propel you to where you want to go in life. Are you ready to tell your story? Are you ready? Are you ready to start living the life that you want? You have a choice, my friends, my friends, my friends. People use that so loosely. Friends. You have a choice. What do you choose? I would love to hear from you guys. Next step for you, I would like for you to leave me a comment on the YouTube under this actual video. And just tell me, what do you choose? You may say, well, yeah, I've heard all that before. But maybe you just need an extra push. Maybe you just need some encouraging words, something else. I would love to hear from you. So let's see how many of you will actually leave a comment and let me know what choice you have made. Again, thank you for tuning in to this June episode of Time for Wellness. And we are at 6 years and 6 months. Super excited. Thank you so much. And looking forward to many more months. Make sure you share this with a friend or someone you think other than you that needs this. Until next time, learn to love and learn to serve. Bye for now.